Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Barcelona's draw in the Champions League. We're going to be talking about that. And then later on in the video, we're going to be talking about Raphinha and as well as Balde, because could we see both of these players leaving in the next coming months or in the next upcoming transfer windows? But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Make sure to go follow me over there on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, and on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel and everything that I post. But guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Barcelona's draw in the Champions League. And as you guys can see right now, we are going to be facing Napoli in the knockouts. Our first opponent of the knockouts in 2 years is going to be Napoli. Now, this is an interesting draw because we could have gotten PSG, but I would say that we actually got, I would say, one of the tough teams in the draw. Overall, in the UCL draw, guys, I am going to be making a video talking about the UCL draw as a whole. But just if you guys haven't seen, this is the draw for now. Your Porto, Arsenal, PSG, Real Sociedad, PSV, Dortmund, Copenhagen versus Man City, RB Leipzig versus Madrid, Lazio versus Bayern, Inter versus Atletico, and Napoli versus Barcelona. We did get one of the tougher teams in the draw, but I'm happy with the draw. These are going to be the times in which we are going to be playing. We are going to be playing away first, which is to our advantage because we're going to be playing at home for the second leg. As you guys can see right now, the first game is going to be on the 21st of February in Italy, in Naples, and then the second match is going to be played in Barcelona on the 12th of March. And the last times we actually faced Napoli, you guys have to remember, we had to go all the way back to 2020 during that COVID season where Barcelona, they drew 1-1 and then Barcelona won 3-1 at the Camp Nou. And then the most recent encounter was actually when Xavi first came into the club, when we got dropped and we went into the Europa League in the 2022 Europa League playoffs. In that game, Barcelona also tied 1-1 with Napoli, but we won 4-2 away from home, and we went an advance on both of the occasions. So Barcelona, they do have a positive record against Napoli, and something to keep in mind, guys, is that Napoli, they are not as strong as they were last season. Last season, they did reach the quarterfinals, and they were knocked out by AC Milan. However, in the Serie A, they're not doing so well. As you guys can see right now, Napoli, they're fifth with 27 points, and they are a ways off of that number one spot. But you can honestly say the same as Barcelona. And so this is going to be, I would say, a favorable draw for us. It's going to be even between the two teams, and we're going to have to see how we do. But since it's going to be the knockouts, they are going to be played, in next year. Barcelona do have time to basically improve their form and basically solve any issues that we are currently having, which is a lot at the moment. But guys, now moving on to the next topic, I'm going to be talking about Raphinha because these rumors seem to be coming up like every other week. But breaking, FC Barcelona have decided to listen to offers for Raphinha. He is no longer non-transferable. Manchester United are pushing to sign him, and clubs from Saudi Arabia are interested as well. Barcelona want 100 million for Raphinha. Now, we did get offers for Raphinha in the past summer, and we decided not to sell. And if I was a club, if I was another club and I would be looking to get Raphinha, I'm not paying 100 million for him. I may be looking at 50, something like that, maybe 40. And I think Barcelona is going to have to take a loss for Raphinha. I want so badly, for example, the Chelsea or Prem team to come in and just say, "Hey, we're going to pay you 80 million, and we're going to get Raphinha out of here." And my thoughts on Raphinha is, that first season he chipped in with some key goals, in which we have to be thankful because he did, get those key goals, which helped us win the Liga title. But overall, he's not been consistent. And if you're going to be playing at Barcelona, we want top tier attackers who are consistent and who can perform for you game in and game out. Just look at Raphinha, last game against Valencia. He did get the assist, but at the same time, he missed tons of chances. And if it was for an attacker with better quality, we could have possibly won that game. And Raphinha's form throughout the entirety of the season, I would say, has been mediocre. He's put in some good performances, but at the same time, he's been poor at times. And so, if I'm Barcelona, I'm listening to offers, any offer in which we can recuperate, I would say, most of our funds. I would accept. And then we have the emergence of the Yamal. That's an option, and we can definitely use that money in the summer to basically scout and get our next target. But guys, now discussing our next topic, I'm gonna be talking about Alejandro Balde, because this is another player who has offers from other leagues. Breaking: FC Barcelona have received an important offer from a club in the Premier League for Alejandro Balde, but he is happy at Barcelona. This is reported by Gerard Romero. Now, Gerard Romero, he has received, in the summer where we signed Koundé, um, Lewandowski, Raphinha, all these players, Christensen, he was on red hot fire for him. He was basically getting every single news bit out there, and the news was pretty reliable. But since then, he's been hit and miss. At times, he has been reliable, and he has come under major criticism at times. But if this report is to believed, um, I wonder who is going to be paying for Alejandro Balde, because I know Alejandro Balde, he hasn't had a spectacular run of form so far this season. He has been benched for Cancelo. Cancelo has basically replaced him in the lineup. He did play against Valencia, and I would say he played a pretty okay game. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, but overall, I don't know if Balde is going to be a long-term starter in that left back position. Is completely understandable, guys. We have to remember Alejandro Balde, he's still extremely young, and he's still learning, he's still growing. And so I'm not expecting a kid like him to basically be an undisputable starter and starting every single match. But one thing I do want is for Balde to stay. But if a big offer arrived, let's say maybe 100 million, I would be tempted to sell. I would be tempted to sell, because 100 million would do a lot for the team, and it would basically solve a lot of our problems. But Alejandro Balde, he has the potential to be a world beater, and so do we take that chance? And I'm asking you guys, if we received big money for Alejandro Balde, first of all, what would be that the minimum that you would sell Alejandro Balde, and would you sell, for example? Or would you rather keep him? But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news roundup. Thank you guys all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we have discussed, ranging from Barcelona's draw in the Champions League against Napoli, and then both reports regarding Raphinha and Balde. Would you guys like to see them leave the club, and for what amount of money? But thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate every single one of you who tune in every single day to watch my videos. But guys, as always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all.